So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. The action has already started. Now it's Xavi. Now it's Seedorf. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride.
Oh, what a climb! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Seedorf. And here's Mbappe. Little pass back. Seedorf. Lovely pass. Xavi! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Gives it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Big chance! It's in! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. He's having a shot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Mbappe just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Seedorf. Vietnam finding their passes. Thuram does really well to win the ball there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Shapes to shoot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
He is just caressing the ball. And it's Seedorf. He's tried one! Maldini getting this one clear. Milan upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Pinches it off him.
Bullet really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Lahm is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Bullet.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Nedved. Now it's Raul. And here's Hullet. Raul. Oh, sweet feet. Raul touches it back. Seedorf. Lahm.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. And
that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's a good-looking ball.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Hullet. Roll has given away a free kick. Oh, he's taken it. Vietnam looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Hullet. This is promising. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And now the breakaway. He has found the way through. Roberto Carlos gets into some space. That's good defending, very good defending. Seedorf did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
That's a sharp pass. Roberto Carlos. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Xavi.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Seedorf. Chance for a shot! And this could be the final action of the first half. Xavi! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And we hit half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Vietnam deserve to be ahead and probably should be in front by more considering the amount of chances they've managed. Everything points to more of the same second half and a good solid win.
Vietnam can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. That gets things going for the second half. Vietnam carrying a one-goal lead. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Mbappe, can he finish? Really well taken goal. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you pick... And Hullet! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Vietnam have their third corner. And this is Xavi. Roberto Carlos. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Yaya Toure. And it's Hullet. Thuram gets across to intercept that. Lam.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Chance, surely! Sticks it away! Into the lead once more. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Vietnam take the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Seedorf! And that has fair fizzed.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. He rises! No, not the best of headers. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Nedved, Seedorf. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Hullet. Pedri. And it's Drogba. It's Ribéry. And the counter is on. And it's Lahm. And it's Nesta. Now that looks a decent ball. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Oh, that's well spotted. Now it's Mbappe. Seedorf. And it's Pedri. Nedved.
Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Well, that pass isn't the best. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
This looks like a more than decent chance to strike.
Yeah, this could well be defining when you're looking back on events.
Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Now, can they get him away?
Oh, really well played.
He's got away. Oh, important interception. Bale. Oh, they could break here. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Roberto Carlos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Lahm.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Looking for options for movement, and that could set him on his way. Ribéry! No mistake! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 22.
Milan
Numero
are
11.
making a change now.
Numero 8.
So the lead now is 2.
Numero 24.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
He could be in here. Pedri receives it in a good position here. It's Bale! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are cruising away. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Shot could be on, and the shot! It's a goal! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist.
He's gone for goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Bale actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Showing good feet. Driving on and making good progress. Lofted it. Up he goes! And that may well be that. That is that. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the...
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And it's Nedved. Pullet. Decent chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Pullet is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Climbs up big! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Looking to play him in. No, that's been intercepted.
The Netherlands promoted the philosophy of total football, and Clarence Seedorf is one of its finest exponents.
Yeah, pretty hard to find a weakness, isn't it?
Yeah, and for all his strengths, Peter, I think it's his passing that stands out mostly for me. He supports all of that with real determined movement, whether he plays as a 10 or deeper.
Lam. Xavi. And it's made its way to him. Vietnam yet to have an attempt on goal. To Thuram. Turns back here, probably the best option. Seedorf. That's a lovely pass. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Vietnam have it back and can go again. Luis Suarez. Seedorf. Pull it. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe going face to face with his great rival. Pull it. And it's Lam. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's fabulous. He's in space and looking for options. And it's Hullet. And the finish! Goal! The breakthrough strike! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Vietnam have taken the lead. Chance!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Now it's Haaland. And here's Seedorf. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Xavi. Driving on and making good progress.
Vietnam can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Well timed, excellent interception. Pull it. Milan do have a chance to counter here. And it's Seedorf. And here's Suarez. Oh, good spread. Takes a shot! Not the most convincing of passes. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Xavi, given the lift of his goal. Pull it. And pull it! Oh, that was no routine save.
Hullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And that should get the job done.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Oh, that's neat. Now, can they get him away? Oh, smashing header! Zanetti is there, and he can get... There's the whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Vietnam head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference.
And it's Seedorf. Roberto Carlos. Nesta. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Vietnam needed that, they really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Oh, good-looking ball. And smartly reclaimed. Now it's Luis Suarez. Lahm.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And this is Nedved. He's picked his way through. It's a corner. Milan have their second corner now.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10, Seedorf. Numero 11, Ronaldinho. Numero 22, numero 24, Yaya Touré. Numero 18.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Zanetti.
Il numero 4.
Zanetti.
Il numero 23. Il numero 5.
And a chance!
Cambio di giocatore.
That's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Good ball, good take. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
He's chosen to go back.
Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And it's Pedri. Now it's Hullet. Beckenbauer. Now there's a fine ball. There's the shot! It's there! AC Milan are all square. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Milan grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And he's managed to get free. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. There's real chance! Really well taken goal. into the lead once more. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Vietnam take the lead.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potential.
Shot a goal! And that would have won it.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
It's their second corner of the game. Cleared without hesitation.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
It's a good 35 yards out, this. It's hit the upright. Looking for a runner. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Lam. Aimed beyond the defence. Played out towards the right wing. Raul. Pull it. Very much into the last knockings. And it's Pedri. Nedved. And this is Roberto Carlos.
Vietnam can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Might be danger here. No foul, says the referee. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Beckenbauer. Now it's Mbappe. Nedved. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows to... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. And as you can see, we've already started here.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively. but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter. And it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Zanetti.
Well, Peter, I'm looking forward to seeing a player who has brought some new skills to the game, Ronaldinho. He looks one way and passes the other. Unconventional and cheeky, but always an enjoyable watch.
Yeah, he's playing beach football on the grandest stage of all.
The entertainer.
That is good alertness.
Oh, really well played.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Seedorf, and it's Seedorf. Showing great feet there. Roberto Carlos. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Milan do have a chance to counter here. Nedved. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Vietnam are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And it's Nedved. And here's Hullet. That's a nicely weighted pass. That's the keeper's ball. Lahm knocks it into space. It's a promising position.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and
up he goes! Cleared without complication. Stood up well to him there.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That looks a cracking ball. And he welcomes it in. Ribery. Lahm. Ribery. Now Seedorf. Approaching the half-hour mark. Out to the right. Oh, they can break here. Back towards the middle. Thuram. And it's Zanetti. And he's had it nicked away. Pirlo is the guilty party there. Zanetti. Ronaldinho. And it's Seedorf. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Haaland. Now that looks a decent ball. Ribery cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Haaland is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Nedved. Nedved will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Ribery. That has not gone well. Zanetti. And it's Seedorf. And here's Hullet.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Seedorf. It's Pirlo. Driving on and making good progress. Ribery. Seedorf with a definite foul there. goodness from Pirlo!
Oh, it was a brilliant way to more or less bring this first half to a close, and you can...
And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
There's plenty of positives to take, despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Vietnam having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And the action is back underway. Vietnam
Carrying a one-goal lead.
that'll do under the circumstances. Tries to pass it through. Nedved. That's an imaginative pass. Ferdinand. Oh, good-looking ball. Threads one in. Now it's Ribery. And he's managed to get free. Cross deflected behind for a corner. And we have our very first corner. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's played it back.
He's got no choice here, he had to go backwards.
Seedorf! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Vietnam have their second corner now. Shooting chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Ribery is offering a wry smile there.
So, third corner of the game. That's really well cleared. And now a sudden chance to counter. Pass somewhat off target. Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, he could easily have slipped that to his right just to keep the attack alive, and it looks like he's going to learn the hard way.
And he goes cross-field. Roberto Carlos. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And it's Seedorf. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Pirlo looking understandably energised after his goal. And now the breakaway. Vietnam leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Well, played right into his path.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Adriano. And here's the chance to counter. Just about up to 75 minutes. Yaya Toure. Seedorf. Nicely shaped ball.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Seedorf. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Lahm.
This is the time you need that pace.
Ribery. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. It's a good spell of possession, this. Seedorf. And they can counter here. Now it's Haaland. Vietnam leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Adriano. And it's Yaya Toure. Foot in.
Milan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Oh, nice one too, very nice. Ah, he's given it away. There's the shot! And he's straight offside.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 11.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Numero 10. Seedorf. Numero 24. Yaya Toure.
There'll be a minute of stoppage time.
Il numero 4. Il numero 23. Il numero 8. Il numero 5.
That's that, the end. Vietnam have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.